Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Drop a like and subscribe. As you can see, we're still a 68 overall. Now, we've been pretty busy. Haven't been uploading any of the first ever my career, 60 to 90 grind. But we're here, we're back. We're going to spend it. Unfortunately, we didn't complete the weekly quest. Like I said, we're busy. Drop a like, subscribe. But the grind still continues. We're going to do our best to try to earn these NBA quests as fast as we can. NBA side quest. Knock that down. We're going to go spin the wheel. Also, endorsements, 2 more that we need to sign. 6 total. Of course, this is good. Look.
My kids were nice last weekend. Oh yeah? Oh, is that right there?
Let's
I
go.
got $20. You? 25.
Yeah. So, let's go spin this wheel. Hopefully we get some PC. This book is just off with me one side. Ooh. Oh yeah, 500 PC. We most definitely need that. The liquid shooter I did, I believe, 2 weeks. I think I did 3. Maybe 3. They made it way easier in the beginning of the year. It was very good. Hard to get. They should have kept it like that, in my opinion. But the casuals win. Casuals do win. And if anything, now you know that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Plus this again, 1,900 PC. Plus Chris Brooklyn. There's going to be 2 bands. Plus the daily Plus the daily pick. 76 gave up. So Pelicans, Bulls, Nuggets, Bulls just went crazy. I got Nuggets, Bucks, and Suns. Bucks needed more. Celtics and Kings. Celtics went all the way. Spurs. Pistons, but the Spurs is out. Definitely Knicks. Warriors, Heat, definitely Warriors. Magic Warriors, definitely Magic. That's it. All those picks should hit like 100%. Yeah, we should have 800 PC tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, this is episode. But yeah, gotta do this. See y'all later. My career. He is 6-20, so this is actually really bad. I played all the games. Yeah.
Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Timberwolves. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
And, guys, for the Warriors, they've been shockingly ineffective this season. I don't know if anyone thought they'd have this much of a struggle, but the chemistry's been horrible.
You hit it on the head. And they have a bunch of individual pieces that simply don't fit together. And it's led to a hugely disappointing season.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Jimmy Butler. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Now, here's Butler. And that one is stuffed right through.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
DiVincenzo against Curry. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Overhealed, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, if you find yourself in between, in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Outside Butler. Healed with a screen on Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Outside, Payton. Butler deciding where to go with it. Connects on the 17-footer.
This is where Jimmy Butler most comfortable. You allow him into a mid-range jumper and turn the lights out.
And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
We discussed Steph Curry, of course, and what he advised his team to do against him. Coach said, I told our guys that we have to be right up on him, to fight over screens and not allow him to feel comfortable out there. A huge task for any defense, and we'll see if this one is up to the challenge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now here's Edwards after the miss from Stephen Curry. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Outside Curry. Rebound, Minnesota. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Edwards, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
To the wing on the left. Payton with the screen. On the wing, Payton. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 4-point game. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Overhealed. Edwards, no good. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Butler to stop the drought. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Minnesota leading by 4. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Covered by Payton. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give Jimmy Butler a lane. He's going to make you pay.
Now here's Edwards, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Randall outside for 3. The shot, no good. The Warriors have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The game now all time. Butler's got 6.
My goodness, Jimmy Butler is so explosive. Half-court transition, it doesn't matter where it is.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Randall kicks to Reed. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
They kick out to Heels. Connects from three-point range.
The specialty of Buddy Hield is the three-point shot. You give him an opportunity to respond, and he's going to say, yes, sir.
Pass to Reed. Butler against Randall. Back to Reed. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And that one, good. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's in some new talent making the most of their opportunity in the league. Let's check out the race for Rookie of the Year. Some great young players. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Well, he has wasted no time making his presence felt, and he's setting a very high standard for this year's rookie class.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. Gobert with the block.
Well, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Curry with the bounce pass. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on Gobert. To the inside. No good that time. Randall with some nice D. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Kerr. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Alexander Walker with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively, down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
And you look at Edwards. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's defended by Pajemski.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Pass to Moody. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Warriors trail by 4. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this.
Rolling, they've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for the...
Here's Shannon on the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Butler out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Curry. Then there's Moody. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minod's checked in. Warriors on D. They trail by 9 points. Here's Shannon, defended by Kuminga. Shannon, no good.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Alexander Walker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. No drops for Alexander Walker. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team. All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Pass to Shannon. Drills it from outside. Shannon's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Curry, 6 to shoot. And he jams it with authority.
Well, Stephen Curry, obviously an excellent distributor. He loves to make his teammates feel good.
Minnesota leading by 11. And it's Clark in the corner. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Down low, Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level, hard not to foul that guy.
First one falls for him. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Simply stated, Jimmy Butler is a winner and a game changer. This guy will compete on both ends of the floor, gives you everything he has.
Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Miller. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Outside Butler. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over in the corner, Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 14. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Back to Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Shot clock at 6. Back to Payton. Fires from deep. And it's Butler missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Miller. Alexander Walker up top. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now here's Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. Randle finds DiVincenzo. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Edwards drills the three-pointer. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
It's stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota shoots from 12. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Butler on the wing. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Now here's Edwards. The three. And another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, coming down the stretch.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Now Dillingham, after the missed three from Buddy Hield. Miller sets a screen for Clark. Driving inside. Misses it from 7 feet out.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Curry! 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Will it go? And it's good on the layup.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over. Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the screen. All alone. It's rebounded by Kuminga. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to Payton. Now Hield. Clock at 6. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day. They don't even know what's coming for them. the house.
KMP, it's your world. We just live it.
Against a team that most feel is better than them.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Toppin at the 4 and Turner at the 5. T.J. McConnell is out there with Andrew Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Butler. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Here we go. And it's the Pacers to start out. Butler with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Curry, no good. Nembhard outside. Pass to Nesmith. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
"19-footer. And Toppin pulls it down. Nesmith with it. Payton covering. Toppin passes to Turner. Yes, it's good.
Hey, when you're as big as a guy like Turner, that's what you're supposed to do. Attack in the painted area.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
No good on that one. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Down low. Here's Butler. Banked it in off the glass.
A huge sigh of relief. 1 for 5 now. Let's see if they can keep it going.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. McConnell finds Toppin. To the paint. Here's Turner. And Turner with the dunk.
Too easy for Turner. The defense has to put up more of a fight around the rim.
Golden State with a rebound. Outside Curry. And stolen by McConnell. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Nesmith. Toppin with it. Now Turner from deep. Doesn't go that time.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Curry with it. An easy 2 on the layup.
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness, not going to shy away from contact.
Toppin outside. Outside Neesmith. 6 to shoot. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Neesmith's got 6 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And it's good for 2.
Right around the painted area, that's where Peyton likes to operate.
Pacers leading by 7. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. Inside. Turner, no good. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far. Peyton. And the layup is good off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's McConnell. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Here's Nembhard. Drives to the hoop. Off target at the rim.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And here's Indiana now. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's McConnell. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And I absolutely love the attack mentality, even with the bigger defender on him.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Pacers leading by 3, now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Well, we don't like to talk about injuries, but it's changed the projections for some teams, Brent.
It always does, B.A. I mean, there's something that's going to happen throughout the course of the year that doesn't just change your direction. It gives someone else opportunity. And when you have a really strong system and you have players who believe in the system, they can step in and sort of pick up where it is that that player has left you off due to the injury.
And the Pacers making a change here. Bryant, he's checked in for Turner. Jackson comes in for Toppin. Walker, he's checked in for Nembhard. And it's Shepard in for McConnell. Jackson with it. Now Podziemski defending. Out left to the wing. To the inside. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
And there's the screen. To the middle. The Pacers pull it in. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning 1 game apiece.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief 2-game series often end 1-1.
Now here's Walker. And it's Shepard missing. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Moody's checked in for Stephen Curry. And a look at the stats for Andrew Nembhard.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now here's Podziemski. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Down low. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Shepard, defended by Podziemski. Pass to Toppin. Walker, a screen on Green. Green against Toppin. 5 to shoot. Now here's Walker for 3. Walker with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Green, a screen. Outside Pajemski. To the inside, Moody. That one's good. This game is all even. Moody's gotten his second bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Shepard. Can't connect from short range. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Let's find out the news on Stephen Curry. Allie, what do you have?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. And this team really needs him. They aren't the deepest squad in the NBA, so we'll see how they move forward, Brian.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. We've got Walker, Toppin out there with Jackson, then it's Shepard, and it's Furphy in at the 2.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Furphy, guarded by Hield. Here's Shepard. It's stolen. Here's Kuminga. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And Kuminga is so physical. He'll get a lot of these.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Bryant, he's checked in for Indiana. Toppin finds Walker. Here's Shepard. Driving inside. Snatched away. Here's Buck.
A rebound by Jackson. Indiana has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league. You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year he had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play. Now here's Butler. Give him 8 points now. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Here's Shepard. He's watched by Kuminga. And here the second quarter action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes play. And here's Toppin from New York. Nails it from 3. Toppin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing. Outside Pajemski. Butler is straight on Bryant. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. In third, Indiana, they're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone. Jackson Davis is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Nimhart comes in for Toppin. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at the Pacers, right now 6th in the conference. They want to keep improving. Checking out Indiana, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed. Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce. Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers out of the goal from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, there's so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian? All right, Allie, thank you. Nimhart, the pass to Turner, and here's Jackson. And a dunk by Jackson. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Jackson Davis misses. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. With a 10-footer, off the left rim and out. The Warriors trailing. Back to Pajemski. Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's Kuminga for 3. Out to Hield. 4-3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Indiana has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass break, here we go.
Hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
The Pacers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Turner, a screen on Hield. On the wing, Nembhard. Pass to Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. That Grant, despite the Warriors' success,
showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Brandon Pajemski. Jimmy Butler out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Buddy Hield. That's the Warriors 5.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Turner. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And it's Hield missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Nembhard. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's Butler. Give him 8 points now. Basket's good. 6 points for him.
He has such a threat to score. The defense can focus too much on Butler, and he found the open man with ease.
Now here's McConnell. Outside Nesmith. Pass to Nembhard from 18 feet away. Again, the Pacers. Good for 2 more.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Now Butler, guarded by Toppin, and Butler inside.
And I think Jimmy Butler has made that play before, just understanding how to score off the screen.
Now here's Nembhard, guarded by Hield. Nembhard, the pass to Turner, back to Nembhard. They grab their own miss. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Nembhard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Yeah, pretty dependable from the corner 3 spot. Butler only fires those threes he feels comfortable taking.
Now here's McConnell. Toppin outside. Here's Nembhard. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pacers leading by 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Kuminga. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes.
But now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga. Will be a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at Golden State. Boy, it's been a rough season for them. They're at the bottom of their conference. Well, I think for Golden State, this season has been a series of one frustrating night after another, on and off the court. Well, sometimes you earn your spot in the standings, and they've done that this year. There looked to be so much promise, so much talent on this team coming into the year. It's just baffling that all of those things went south for them. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night. Now here's McConnell. Pass to Toppin. Turner, screen on Butler. Toppin inside. Butler covering. Here's Shepard. Bryant outside. Bryant, a screen on Peyton. Here's Walker. It's tipped. This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. On the floor for Indiana. Thomas Bryant out there with Jackson. Then it's Shepard. Then there's Walker. And it's Murphy in at the shooting guard position. The Pacers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. We've got about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Murphy. Shot clock at 5. That's to Shepard. No good on the shot. That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about beating you if you're going to keep missing layups. Oh, it's caught by Jackson. Last quarter play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Shepard. Now Bryant. Bryant, a screen on Butler. Back to Bryant. That's it. That's to Murphy from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside, Green. Butler with the ball. Walker covering. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert. And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now. Hey, let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Indiana. Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence. And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle. The hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area. Moody's checked into the Warriors. Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little. They set the pick. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Moody passes to Peyton. Clock at 6 to tie it up. A rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Indiana leading by 3. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. Indiana making a switch here. Toppin's checked in. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Butler, screen on Turner. Going inside. Comes up empty down low. The Pacers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Nembhard, pass to Turner. Warriors with the rebound. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot. Now here's Neesmith to the paint. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And the defense recognizing that Turner can make this shot, which is why he gets fouled. And he's good on the second. Not a perfect trip to the line, but at least he made this game a 2-possession affair. Peyton with a screen on Turner. Left side Peyton. Second chance effort. That's why he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the strike. They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit. Indiana's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here's McConnell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Moses Moody. And that one falls from McConnell. And so McConnell nails them both. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Moody on the wing. Pass to Butler. Down low. On the wing, Peyton. Outside Moody. Just 3 to shoot. Releases. Now here's Peyton. Outside Butler. Peyton with a screen on Turner. Out to Heel. Let's go with a 3. That's the rebound again! And he hauls in his 20th rebound. Just dominating the glass. Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort. Indiana leading. McConnell left side. Out to the wing. Butler against Toppin. McConnell from outside. Takes the rebound. The shot by Nembhard no good. Nice work defensively. Meeting him up top and forcing a miss. 1:44 left in the game. To tie it up. And the layup is good. Smart play call to give him something at the rim. While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage from that one. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Hayes shoots. And Indiana misses again. And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it. And that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. Nembhard, pass to Turner. Warriors with the rebound.
Here's Butler. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, the last thing Jimmy Butler's afraid of is a little contact.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Pass to Turner. Puts one up from 19. The rebound by Peyton.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And he buries it.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen. Hoping to inspire his team here.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And Toppin comes up huge on that play.
Now the Warriors with it. It's a one-point game. Outside Butler. Pass to Heel. There's the triple. Outside Payton. Butler with the ball. To the inside. The rebound by Turner. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Toppin finds McConnell. Here's Turner, guarded by Payton. Takes a 13-footer. Oh, he got it! He got it!
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And here's Butler outside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by
Well, I knew we weren't going undefeated for the rest of the season.